Welcome back to the Old Colony Cast, a podcast about all things Plymouth and surrounding areas. I am one of your hosts, Andy, joined by other host, Hanna.
Hello.
Is that what you want to say?
Yes.
All right.
I'm sticking with it.
And also with us is the delay-causing editor, Fish, because I couldn't think of anything.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's causing a delay
Oh,
in
okay.
my
Nothing
brain.
come up.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not perfect all the time, man.
No, but I appreciate that Hannah didn't say ahoy, so that means this one probably won't involve ships.
Correct.
It's true. But we have an update about ships.
We do.
We-
Fish, you share it.
After talking about the
updates.
last episode. Yeah.
So the ship that sank the Andrea Doria, at the Stockholm,
That's right.
as of this year, has finally been taken out of service and sold for scrap. After 1948 to 2025.
80? No. Yeah. 80.
77.
That's pretty close.
So
80.
after 77 years in 70 something years in service, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 names.
Wow.
Which I thought
you were going to say 12
was-
accidents.
I didn't
You didn't count that.
know. Generally, I want to. Yeah, maybe 3.
You didn't go into Cargo Facts? This is a cargo ship. I was trying to make a Carfax joke.
Yeah, actually, it was rebuilt as a cruise liner.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna move on. Hannah, I was also told that you had something you wanted to follow up.
Yes. Thank you. Pardon. So, I've heard wind of a big development happening, that the potential to happen in North Plymouth.
Bum, bum, bum.
Have you heard about this?
Big development. Is this a housing thing?
It's a housing thing. There's a lot of
There's a lot of stuff going on, so I don't know.
there's some scrutiny around it being a 40B, 30B, 40B.
Is that...
Is that the affordable housing?
Yes.
yeah.
Which
Which I call BS.
I don't.
in Plymouth.
I'm.
I mean, it's
I'm
still-
not that I'm not. I don't have a dog in this fight because I'm not a Plymouth resident. So,
Yeah.
but what caught my eye about this, because I didn't realize how much they're going to be occupying. So I used to live on Prince Street, and right next to the yard of my old apartment building was this huge stretch of woods just on the side of Court Street in North Plymouth.
Okay.
So all the way down to across from where your old office was.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
across the street, I don't know if the Red Wing shoe store was still across the street underneath the really tall apartment building.
No, I don't think it was.
But do you know the building I'm talking
There's like a
about?
car lot around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So next to that, right on the corner, it looks like storefronts on the bottom and then about 3 or 4 levels
Yeah.
of apartments above.
And then there's like a fire station behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's actually an old L. Knife and Son building.
Fire station?
Yes. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
real fire station. If you looked, it says L. Knife and Son on the garage.
I mean, there's a fire truck there. Makes it a
The
real...
fire station?
Isn't there?
You're talking about looking towards Spooner Street. I'm saying look at Court Street. So if you're at Clyde's Rose and Vicky's and you're looking
Yeah.
straight across the street.
Yeah. Isn't there a fire station back behind there?
No.
Oh. Why did I think there was one back
There's
behind
one on Spooner. You're to the end of
Oh,
the
yeah.
street.
I know where you're talking about.
Yes.
I thought there was another one across the street from
That
it.
would be insane use of funds. Why
Isn't
would
that
there
a
be
garage?
2? It's just a garage.
I think you can get your inspection sticker
You could
there.
throw
No.
a rock from
I
one
mean,
from
well, the
one
one at the end of
firehouse to
Spooner
the other.
Street, the one at the end of Spooner Street isn't like a functioning firehouse.
Not anymore. So
I don't
did they
think so.
build? So we're talking about the apartment building, right across
Yeah.
from Rose and Vicky's. Behind that is a fire station.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not the Plymouth guy. I'm
That's
not the
crazy.
one with the notebook right here.
Google
Right?
Maps that.
I'm literally doing this because for 2 reasons.
When did that
One,
happen?
I'm not. Hey, I
As
could be
the
totally
least
wrong.
Plymouth person in this show, in that I have never lived in Plymouth.
Yeah.
Likely will never live in Plymouth. And only vaguely remember anything.
I know
is-
where you're talking about.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
that
I
was the end
have
of our
a
street.
rough.
Yes.
I have what can best be described as a poor sense of direction.
I just don't think there was enough space in that lot but maybe I don't know.
All right,
Oh, I don't know. I thought someone told me
too far.
there's a fire station across the street. And I'm like, that's not a fire station. That's like whatever was there. Like, no, behind it. And I'm like, oh.
Behind that apartment building?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I could be pulling this out of...
Are you like behind what?
So...
Oh, I got to look at the map.
I have to look too.
I just need...
This makes great podcast.
Oh, no. I've already said this is terrible. Just give me a street.
I don't know the name of that street.
Name?
Okay, so we're looking at Rose and Vicky.
Yeah. Across the street. It's directly across the street.
It is, in fact, Plymouth Fire Department Station 7.
That's crazy.
Yes! Vindication!
And
I had no idea.
It is on Hedge Road.
Hedge Road. That's what it is. Hedge Road.
Yep, behind the barbershop.
The building?
Yes,
right?
it's the barbershop. Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
that's
the
what it is.
barbershop and the whatever, like
That's
the car
crazy.
lot.
Because I kept hearing like fire trucks all the time. And I'm like, it's so
Well,
weird.
that makes sense that the other one is closed. I was like, why would they put it right there? They're pulling a Dunkin' Donuts with the fire station now? It's like right there. Anyway, so
Everything will look.
So I'm imagining that fire
So what
station.
one has L Knife and Son on it?
The fire station took that out. It had to have. There was a garage, an old abandoned garage behind that apartment building that had L Knife and Son on the top of it. I guarantee the fire department bought that lot and took that out.
Okay.
There's like no way they couldn't if it's right behind that building.
Yeah.
So, well, now we know the name of the road. So from Prince Street to Hedge Street or Hedge Road, it's besides the fire department and I think like maybe a couple lots of land of occupied lots with houses or apartments or something. There's a huge stretch of woods. It's like crazy huge.
Yeah.
So that whole block behind the businesses on Court Street, and that's where they're zoning. It could already be
on
zoned.
the side of the road where the fire station is.
Yeah,
Yes.
next to the fire station.
Okay.
Yeah, it would end up being right next to it.
Yeah.
Quarter Street.
So, and it goes all the way down to the bike path.
Okay.
That's, I guess, where it's going to be. And I didn't realize how huge it was. I just kind of imagined it was somewhere at the end of Hedge Road. And I was like, oh my God, it's taking up that whole area. That's crazy. But the thing that concerns me, which I don't like to see woods like go, just torn down for nothing. The thing about this woods is a couple of things. Half of it is totally overgrown with bamboo.
Okay.
Not native.
No, totally invasive. Right. The other part is, I don't know who owned it before, but I walked through it once and I found this weird fenced in area with an old clawfoot tub in the middle of it. And that was creepy.
Okay.
And some barbed wire.
Okay, so Hannah, why are you not okay with this being torn down yet?
No. I'm
right
getting
now,
to
it
it.
seems like the kind of woods that you want to get rid of.
It's invasive and haunted.
No, I'm getting to it. Besides that, the other bamboo and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe there's some pretty good beech trees in there.
Okay.
And it's the part that was like closest to my house is filled with black locust trees. Do you know anything about those trees?
No.
They're incredibly helpful to pollinators.
Okay.
They bloom in the spring. They have the sweetest flowers ever. So I lived on the 3rd floor, so I was literally in the canopy of them.
Yeah.
So the flower smell was just always coming into my apartment when they were in bloom. And then the wood is, it's one of the hardest woods you could build with. The strongest, hardest woods you could build with. And it's mold resistant.
Huh.
So it's like, I'm like, what are they going to do with those trees? I'm so mad about it. So I always think like terrible loss for the pollinators, obviously. Among the other trees in there that I didn't even like know to recognize at the time.
About.
No, I care. I just like
The oak trees, they're like gifts, man.
it's just one of those, like, those are right in my view the whole time.
Yeah.
So there was definitely huge oak trees and stuff. There's really big old trees in that area. But I'm like, what are they going to, I hope, like, I always wonder, what do people do when they log an area for development? I'm like, what happens to all the, like, scrub pine that, like, goes away? That's not, like, a desired wood.
Yeah.
And this is actually a really desirable wood. And I just hope whoever ends up cutting it down, like, knows that.
Work it into the building.
I don't care about that. Just like use it. Don't cut the trees down for nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's really good wood. You got to use it.
Well, I'm sure when they hear this, they'll.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
because I can't stop it. But I know there's been meetings about it because a lot of residents are opposed to it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's opposed to any change.
This is
Everyone
also
gets mad when people. It's like, I've lived here for 20 years. No, you can't live here now.
This is also an update, which I didn't know if you guys knew. You might know a little bit about it. So the big issue with this is Massachusetts is requiring commuter towns or neighboring commuter towns to zone a certain amount of properties to allow for larger housing projects. Did you guys know this?
Yeah.
I didn't. What's a commuter town?
Anywhere where the commuter rail lands.
Okay.
Yes.
So
and
basically, because like Bridgewater has a train station, Middleborough has a train station.
So basically, they're saying if we're going to put the commuter rail here, you have to have.
We would like people to live close to the commuter rail so that they will.
they can get
use
into
it.
so they can go into Boston.
And it's
But also neighboring ones. So
Yeah.
if your town touches a commuter town, your town is required to do that too. So I just went through this with our town meeting, and I like neighed on something that I'm like, I don't even think this makes a difference because we're required to abide by it anyways. So
a depressing number of towns. Have already
yes,
blown it off.
so it's literally I think it needs to be on like a main street area. So ours is like the entire length of Cranberry Highway, essentially out into like certain depths of the properties are zoned for these large scale housing developments. Plymouth is already there. Like they're already doing that. And this has a lot to do with that. But think about the other like little sleepy towns, I hate to call them that are affected by this, not to call any out. And hopefully, I don't know what they're doing to remedy this, but like think about Plimpton. They like don't even have a main street, or Lakeville.
Right.
That's crazy.
But like at 200.
They literally
unit,
don't like that is so like
a lot of them have basically already voted down, and they've said they're not doing
yes,
it.
Yeah.
like there's and I don't blame them because it goes against like what their township has wanted.
Yeah.
Wareham and Plymouth have kind of already stepped into that direction. Anyways, I'm not saying it's great and that people want that, but they were already leaning that way of development wise.
And I mean, it's just also one of those just, you put this, say Plimpton, you put a giant apartment complex in the middle of it. Like, does it have the infrastructure to deal with that? The schools and the fire department, and the right size ladder truck, and
all that.
Yeah,
it affects a lot of stuff. So anyway, that is my update specific to that one project, but there's a trickle down on so many towns happening right now because of this. So
yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. I knew that development was going in and people were flipping out, but I hate to say it, like anytime people flip out in Plymouth, I tend not to pay attention because it's like there's everything they flip out about.
My thing has always been like, well, as long as it's like on a lot that's already been developed, I don't care. Like, but I don't blow over those old like garages on
well, that's
Portage Park.
I thought they were going like where the there was like an auto dealership like there.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I totally agree.
But my thing, and this again from what little I really understand about this, is they can cut corners with some of the regulations if it's affordable housing. Mm-hmm. But that affordable housing is like a small percentage.
It's not actually cutting corners. They get rebates back from the state, so they make money.
Well, I thought they could not cutting corners, but like sidestep some of the regulations.
No, they can't do any of that. They make money off of it. They make way more money off of having a certain percent that's low income housing.
Yeah, but it's not a very high percentage.
They don't need a high percent. No. Yeah. It's like it's a state incentive.
It's air quotes affordable.
Yes,
because
correct.
It's still like Plymouth, so it's still
$1,300.
Yeah, $1,300 for like a 2-bedroom, and you're like, that's not affordable.
I think it's even more than that. Honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we were being very facetious.
So,
but it's that kind of thing where it's again, and this is the problem: you're effectively pricing your workforce out of your town.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's the deal.
That's crazy.
I know.
But that's not what we're talking about.
It's not. Kind of.
It's kind of what we're talking about.
It's what we're talking about now, isn't it?
No, it has something to do with what we're going to talk about a little bit. At least what I felt most passionate about.
Trees.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're going to talk about Paul Bunyan.
Oh, okay, sure. Did he have a house in Martha's Vineyard?
This is
No.
Okay, for the record, this is the weirdest Christmas episode we're ever going to do.
His red flannel.
This is
and
literally
trees.
going up on Christmas Day.
I
Is
don't
it?
care.
Okay.
So
I
anyway,
said
Paul
whatever.
So anyway,
I mean, you
how's
could
Paul
always
Bunyan?
flip flop the two.
We're gonna talk about
Yeah.
some sort of flip flopping.
Paul Bunyan wore flip flops?
No, but like he had to flip.
Babe the Blue Ox did.
He had to flip pancakes.
Okay. I think I knew that.
Yeah.
I know. So first, tell me
like, I
what.
remember.
Tell me what you know about Paul.
I said
Babe's a big blue ox. He was
Yep.
a lumberjack. And he was
tall.
tall of some sort of very
Excessively.
size.
He was excessively tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But, like-
depending on like
Like not excessively tall for Andy, which is him and over like 5'11". But like excessively
he
tall.
makes it sound like I'm 2 foot tall. I'm like
I'm
4
not-
inches shorter than you.
It's not that. It's that you have a natural prejudice against tall people. We've talked about this.
no,
You don't
no,
like tall people.
Nah, that's a joke. It's not like they're cats.
Someday Andy will meet a tall cat. He'll just crush him. You'll have a foe for life.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I feel like depending on the story, depends on how tall he is.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah. He could
sometimes
be
he's
anywhere
like,
between like 7 feet and like 100 feet tall.
yeah,
I've
like
now
size of
conflated
trees
Paul
and-
Bunyan and the Brawny Man in my head, and I don't think I can get out.
That's not an incorrect like interpretation. Honestly, they really like took.
There's
Yeah,
a
Paul
flannel,
from
and then
that.
there's an axe.
they
Yeah.
hang out with the Jolly Green Giant. Everyone knows that.
Well, yeah. I mean, look,
Ho,
you
ho,
know your
ho.
tribe.
Green giant.
Good job, Hannah.
Thank you.
We're gonna get cease and desisted now.
It's under 30 seconds. It's fair game.
So, yeah. Did you guys have a Paul Bunyan day in school when you were learning about like folklore?
No,
No,
We had one. That's how I know about him. I know about him from other things. There were like little
I was
cartoons
gonna
and
say,
stuff.
I think I know about him from like Disney cartoons.
Yeah, there was a
I feel
Disney
like it was a
cartoon
Disney
that was
cartoon.
made. So, what started out as kind of there's a lot of different, not just lore about Paul Bunyan, but lore about where it came from because it's not super clear. But what I surmised is that it came from loggers in the late 1800s that used the story of Paul Bunyan as almost like a hazing ritual. Like when you get to a new school and they're like, oh yeah, the pool's on the
the
third
pool on the
floor.
third floor. Yeah,
Go get me the cordless extension cord, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and this was like they would talk about Paul as if they worked with him before,
Oh,
and that like, Paul Bunyan, like he chopped down the forest in a day, and this, that, and the other, and like I'm sure his height grew with every story,
yeah,
and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So that's generally what I could find that it came from, and in popular news press actually getting printed. In 1904, there was a Duluth News Tribune article about Paul Bunyan, but it was satire.
Yeah.
Like
obviously.
no one
And-
was telling it like it was real.
Wait, and said, what year did you say?
1904.
Yeah, it's
Problem is, and this is the problem with satire in general, not everybody gets satire.
no.
And then why didn't I write the year on this? In between that 1904, William B. Lahed. I might have spelled something wrong. Lahed, who wrote a pamphlet for the Red River Lumber Company in 1916. No, that was the right one. So the Red River Lumber Company started using Paul Bunyan as like a Michelin Man.
Yep.
So like here's
Company
our
mascot.
here's our spokes guy. We're gonna
Yeah, like
use
they're Jolly Green Giant.
we're gonna use him to kind of
The Brownie guy.
kind of give a really fantasy, glowing, fun view on logging,
Yeah.
which logging now, we're like, I just talked about it. I was like, ugh, cutting down all those trees. A lot of people don't love it. Back then, it was like excessively done.
Yeah.
Very, very, at the time, kind of derived as a needed occupation. It was a really hard occupation. These guys were tough guys.
It's still insanely dangerous.
It
Yeah.
still is, yeah. And not really done in a way that was,
Sustainable.
thank you. That's the exact word I was looking for.
You're welcome. I've seen things about logging.
So
And apparently they wear women's underwear. So
That's okay.
So there was a lot to be said about logging at the time, but again, it was just one of those. That's when like it was salt of the earth, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do the jobs that America needs done, and that's what was going on with logging. To get into the folklore of Paul himself and just kind of the story behind him, Bangor, Maine is listed as one of the birthplaces of Paul Bunyan,
Okay.
as well as 8 to 10 different locations.
Sure.
Obviously,
he's-
because
When it's made up, you can.
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
As well as some places in Canada. However, it is known to be an American-born folklore.
Yeah.
But obviously, logging is big in Canada to this day. Let's see. He was born huge, a giant. He had the growth rate of, I said something that grows really fast. Probably like a fish, like you grow into like the area that,
Yeah.
right?
Like the bigger space you have.
Yeah. He was grown like crazy. There was what inspired this is Walter has a Paul Bunyan book, and I was like, that guy's from Maine. And
Sometimes.
Sort of.
yeah, and I was reading it, and so one of the pieces of folklore they threw in there is that he was so annoying to the neighbors because he was like pulling up their trees all the time that his parents decided to put his cradle out into the harbor in Maine.
And let the ocean rock him to sleep.
No, he ended up rocking around so much he caused like water damage to the shore.
He ran into this boat that was full of explosives.
And so that was also an issue. And so his family ended up moving into the countryside because he was such a nuisance to the town at such a young age. And he started to grow. And
Much like Clifford.
apparently his family was already in the logging business, at least from this story. But all iterations have slightly different stories.
Yeah.
Slightly different heights, like literally from 7 feet to like as tall as trees.
Yep.
And he, let's see, from this point, like once he actually is a teenager and is like, I'm going to become a logger, he joins up with a logging team and he goes nuts. He demolishes all of the old growth in America.
It just hits different now, right? You know? Back in the day, you'd tell a kid about this and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
now you're just like,
Oh yeah, we have no trees left.
They log through and into like, I don't want to say the Midwest, but like over, Montana and like everywhere they go. Eventually at some point, I think it's in one of the Dakotas, he finds Babe the Big Blue Ox. He finds
Wasn't
Babe.
Babe frozen in the snow?
I don't know that he was frozen so much as
blue?
he is blue and
Yeah.
he was in blue snow. Have you guys ever seen blue snow?
I've seen yellow snow.
I've seen blue snow.
You
You probably have too, but you didn't realize it was like you have to like kind of be like, oh, it's just when there's like a blue hue on the snow,
Oh, okay.
and it's
sure.
because there's a certain amount of like water content
Oh.
in the snow versus like another type of snow.
Oh,
It's
see, I
like-
was thinking like you can get blue icebergs, and
yeah,
it's icebergs that break off below the water line.
Yeah.
So there's essentially no oxygen in them. They're just
Oh.
water, and they come out and they're like bright blue.
yeah. No, it's not as blue as that. So we had a day in my like freshman science class that we were talking about this.
Yeah.
And he was like, my science teacher was crazy, Mr. Perry. He's like, Babe, the big blue ox. He talked like that. He's like, blue snow,
the big blue ox.
blue snow, blue. He was nuts. But he brought us outside to see the blue snow.
Okay.
And you can typically see it if there's like crevices in the snow.
Sure.
It kind of creates the shadow and you can see like more of the water come through.
All right.
Probably has a little to do with oxygen too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he explained it well at the time. I was just 14.
But why is Babe blue?
Babe's just blue, but he was in the
Oh.
snow.
Okay.
No, he's just blue all the time.
Oh, okay.
He's also big,
Yeah.
so they grow together.
Yeah.
He's massive. He helps like pull their supplies. There's a few. Do you know any of like the legends or the lore of what, because of Paul and Babe's size, that like was created from them?
Grand Canyon?
Yeah. Do you know how he did it?
Dragging his axe behind him?
Yeah.
I watched Disney movies.
He walked through Arizona and caused the Grand Canyon. Because he was thirsty and tired.
Okay.
Yeah, in Arizona.
That's why I was dragging his axe behind him.
Yes. Do you know any other ones?
So that's the only one that I remember off the top of my head.
That's a good one.
Thanks. Sure, some may sound familiar.
He was said to have cleared the Great Plains in a few swings of his axe. Son of a bitch.
Can't say that on this show. Oh, isn't there that one where because of all the deforestation, he caused a greenhouse effect?
Not yet.
And the Dust Bowl.
I do think there was something to that. So he could wrestle hurricanes and lasso tornadoes.
No, that's
Here goes Bill.
yeah, that's someone different.
But I know, but this also gets attributed to him.
Oh,
in
really?
in some instances, yes, because that's from that movie.
Yeah,
that movie where they're both in it, but not really together.
They're both in it.
it's not like some.
What was it called?
Oh,
Do you know the movie
idea.
I'm talking
I have
about?
no idea what
It's
you're
got the 3 stories, and that's one of that. Those are 2 of the guys, Paul Bunyan and who you just mentioned, and another guy.
Here goes
Johnny
Bill.
Appleseed?
That would be such a lame add-on to this. No, it's Tall Tale. It's called Tall Tale.
I feel like that's what I remember is like watching Disney movies that were like.
This is one movie with all those guys in it. I think it's called Tall Tale.
There
is a guy that lassos tornadoes in it, whether that's his name or not.
John Henry.
John Henry.
Oh,
John
sure.
John
Yeah.
Henry.
Okay, yeah, there is no way Andy would. This came out in 1995.
Oh yeah, that movie was awesome. Sorry.
No, Andy
I
was
was
probably
thinking
thinking of like the animated one from like the 40s.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
one I have seen, but
Because that's what I know.
And I
That
think it used to
movie's-
air and they'd show like the Johnny Appleseed.
yeah,
Yeah.
that movie's sick though. All right, so we're gonna go keep talking about Paul Bunyan. He carved out the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
He, among like other mountains,
Didn't
honestly.
he arm wrestle Greta Thunberg?
No. He dug out the Great Lakes so Babe would have a place to drink. We talked about that. Oh, his flannel would warm the north wind.
Okay.
He'd pass by him and warm the north wind. Babe created the 1,000 Lakes of Minnesota from his footprints that he left behind.
Okay.
The pancake griddle that they had for the team, because he's still with a bunch of loggers that
Yeah.
are helping him, was so big that the men had to strap bacon onto their shoes
And skate around on it.
and skate around on
I
it.
remember that.
I remember that.
And the pancakes were so big that when there was like enough heat under them and they were done, they would like just flip off, and they were the size of trampolines,
Okay.
and they just like fly through the air onto like whatever pancake stack they had. And there was something about maple syrup. Like he dug a river, I forget which river, to get the maple syrup from Vermont to him. Isn't that funny?
Sure.
You like St. Lawrence or something?
Makes perfect sense to me.
Obviously, yeah, that tracks.
And then what was the other thing? I forget. There was one more that I was like, that's kind of fun, but I can't think of it. So he actually, although this is I should say, a pretty white American tall tale, Native people actually included Paul into a kind of creation story they have.
Oh.
The Ojibwe have a story about that has Paul in it, and Nanabozo is like a hero person in some of their creation stories. Paul came to log the forests of North Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I just put my big accent on for that one. And Nanabozo, Nanabozo, I think is what it's called, fought him for 3 days until Paul got slapped with a giant walleye, which is a type of like
It's a
fish.
pike.
Yeah.
It's a pike. And he got knocked onto his butt into the mud, and it formed the Red Lake in Minnesota, which is
Butt-shaped?
does carry that shape.
Oh. Good to know.
And it's in the
I'm sorry, I just love the way Hannah said it does carry that shape.
and it's in the Chippewa National Forest in Minnesota, and the story is attributed to the I think very clearly preservation and like land stewardship of the indigenous of that area against
the encroaching white people.
Yeah, well, like, you know, just like trying to build on everything, log everything, try to make something out of everything that should just be
coming over here, sticking your butts in our ground and making lakes.
So, those are the bigger stories of Paul. I think one of the things to note is that the story's been retold so many times with so many iterations and tellings of things he did, like what I just talked to you about, like wrestling hurricanes and like weird things like that. And obviously, he was popularized or put into modern tellings first to help promote logging. And that not just that, like he made pancakes. He was also like a friendly guy. Yeah. He was jolly. So it was very like, hey, we're like, the ideal of like, this is the happy America. We have
it's like that guy. Americana. Like 40s, 50s.
I make pancakes.
Yeah.
We're great. Yeah, that kind of thing. So there's that side of it, but also I was listening to there was not like a lot of, I thought I could find like the best YouTube video on this and like no one cares about Paul Bunyan.
Really?
And I found one that went really dark because of obviously like the good and bad of the story.
The same issues you've been having with it all.
Yes, but like way more in depth. It was like we had some really good SAT vocab pulled into this one. It was just like when you look at the bright and shiny story of Paul Bunyan, it's riddled with dark, overcast shadows that fell on America and like all this. And I was like, oh my God, which is like I get it, but what the thing I like about it is that the United States doesn't have a lot of folklore that's so widely known like Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
So like I was trying to think of something similar other than like John Henry, which I love the story of John Henry. But other than that, I couldn't think of another story that's as widely known just by name.
I mean, I suppose it depends on.
Well, the weird thing is like the caricaturation of Johnny Appleseed. I feel like.
Johnny Appleseed, who was more real. That's what I mean. Like Paul Bunyan didn't come from anything real.
I think it's because I do think we just haven't had enough time to completely make up fake people. We just take people and kind of mythologize them, like Johnny Appleseed, like George Washington. Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett.
Yeah.
Like a lot of...
I love Davy Crockett.
What's the other one that I'm trying to think of? That's Casey at the Bath's not one, right?
That was a short story.
I get it, because I think Fish is right, where we like mythologize real people, but that's why I like Paul Bunyan, is that he wasn't a real person.
Yeah.
At all. He is like, when we think of... indigenous people have creation stories for so many things, and like that, like Paul Bunyan is a creation story in American culture.
Yeah.
And I thought that was neat. But as far as I know, after Paul got his logging urge out of him, he retired to the wilderness in the Pacific Northwest and just became like one with nature. And I think maybe ended up on that weird video of Bigfoot walking.
I was just going to say, is he mistaken for Bigfoot now?
Yeah. So that's kind of the end of his story is he just became, he did appreciate and like nature the entire time, was very like savvy with animals. So he kind of just led with that. And that's what he ended up doing as far as I have read.
Yeah. The thing I always think of is the Paul Bunyan statue. Where was that? Storybook Land, or was that King's Castle Land?
King's Castle Land had one.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and Bangor, Maine has one. There's a few towns have them
because it's his hometown. Just ask some of the people.
Some of the time.
Yeah.
And that's Paul Bunyan. And in my mind, I was like, this is such a huge story. It's gonna like, and I was like, oh,
Like, this is going to take so much. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, literally. I was like, oh, okay. And there was a lot of like, he was repopularized with this story and then published with this story. And then this person told, and this was the bestseller of his story. And I was like, every 10 years to 20 years, the story was rewritten and brought into, a cartoon was made or whatever. But, that's Paul Bunyan.
I'm surprised there is not a horror movie in the works because I feel like there's
that would be funny.
There's just this push to do like all these horror movies for royalty free characters.
What was the one that I just saw?
There's a ton.
Winnie the Pooh.
There's a couple Winnie the Poohs. There's a Popeye.
Peter that's Pan.
What it was.
Is there a
Axe Giant: The Wrath of Paul Bunyan is a 2013 horror film.
We gotta watch it.
Watch that now.
The legendary lumberjack Paul Bunyan is a terrifying giant who wreaks havoc on a group of young offenders.
Offenders?
Yeah,
they're environmentalists.
I know.
Children,
I was like, what are they?
Look, they are teenagers, so obviously they must die.
Yeah. They're all wearing Lorax shirts.
Yeah.
Let's see, starring
no one you've ever heard of.
Joe Estevez.
Cool.
Is that like Emilio Estevez's brother?
No, his uncle.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's Martin Sheen's brother.
Yeah.
And
also in The Werewolf.
He's been in lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And other people who at least their IMDb's have pictures.
Oh, that's something. But that just means you took the time to upload your picture, really.
Yes, and that's it. And a whole bunch of like guys who have been in nothing I've seen.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess this is the part where we stop talking.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/Inebri-art to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at Inebri-art.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or at Inebri-art6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebri-art, and all the other shows on the Inebri-art Network, which you can find at Inebri-art.com. Thanks again for listening.